Unbiased Trading here, and today we're going to be going over the November recap. This month has been amazing for small caps, and I can't wait to get into it. But please keep in mind, this month is not a traditional month for me trading small caps. I do not normally win this much. Um, However, let's get into it. So this is the calendar overview. As you can see, I may have not traded that much at all. Really, I only traded Monday and Tuesday and one Friday. But the R has been very good this month. I really, this is way above the median, sorry, for me, for my systems. So I definitely think the overall small cap market is in a favorable position for my systems currently. So I'm gonna have a plan to try and take advantage of this. However, yeah, incredible month, very cool. So here are some Tradersync stats. We have 45% being the biggest profit. This was on a long trade, ironically. So that's why it's insane amount of profit. But yeah, really, really good. 6% for the biggest loser, totally manageable, really not that bad at all. 83% win rate, still, this, like last month, this is way above the median for my systems. On a year to year average, I'm looking at about 60% win rate, sometimes getting into the 70%, but it's been a while since from my back test, it's been 80%, so this is pretty incredible. 10 total winners and 2 losers, so 12 trades for the whole month. Really happy with my discipline on small caps this month. Really didn't force many trades at all. I actually missed trades, ironically. But yeah, really good for that. Average winner whole time was 3 hours, and average loser whole time was 23 minutes. This doesn't have too much bearance on the systems currently. I am trying to hold for longer moves because I normally hold until end of day currently, most of the time. But average losers, not really much meaning there at all. For profit and loss ratio, 2.8 to 1, incredibly good. Normally, I try and maintain about 1.7 to 2. So 2.8, I think, to be fair, I think 2.8 is kind of outweighed simply because of the two long trades that worked really well. But yeah, still very, very good stats this month. Now, for the mistakes, this is actually what matters. So we can see I've had about 3 late entries on those 12 trades. We forced about 2 trades. This was ideally with the late entries. I think I could have left those trades, even though they were profitable. I think I was slightly a bit too late on them. And because of the favorable market for small caps right now, for shorting, I was able to get away with it. So I'm definitely aware of that. But still, then for early and emotional, only one. Wouldn't take that as a huge red flag for me. These mistakes numbers have dropped a lot. If you go back into my old recaps, those mistakes numbers were in the 20s, in the 30s in some cases. So yeah, definitely a lot of growth here, and that's really just come from systems, data driven, not forcing trades, having other hobbies, having other passions or side jobs to do really, and not letting the market consume as much time. However, spending a lot of time doing like back testing or the idea discovery, or learning from other people. So yeah. Now, for what I did bad, I did miss a lot of plays over the weeks due to working on a future strategy, and this may have let me not have a red day, but left a decent amount of R on the table. There was some really incredible trades this month by some other traders. You may have, I think I retweeted a couple on my Twitter, and yeah, I missed those, and some of them did actually. They were system trades for me, and I missed them, and nothing I can do about that. But definitely for next month, I need to try and be more aware onto those. Potentially being too passive and not adding more funds to the account. So I think we're getting to a point where if the small caps market is favorable for shorting, I want to potentially add more size. Because for a while I've been at a very consistent size, very comfortable size, quite small size, but it's comfortable and it's at least generating some kind of revenue. So we'll get onto that on how I can improve. Sorry. Taking time to reflect on the growth of my trading and being grateful instead of always needing to improve, that I can do better. I think this is a double edged sword. I want to be more grateful for the progress I've already made, but I also don't want to lose the drive to always keep on improving. So I'm gonna try and be more grateful while trying to keep my drive of always trying to improve. I had an issue with entering late as the fear of a red day did affect some of my execution. I think this month, because it was so green on so many trades, it made me very anxious to take a red trade. So some of my entries were just too late, to be honest, and I should have got a lot higher position average than I did. So that was definitely one of the issues. However, what I did good. So it was an incredible month for small caps, a lot of good opportunities across the board, and I was able to stick to my system and not get shiny object syndrome, which I think can happen to a lot of newer traders. Is you'll see everyone winning, you'll see everyone trading different setups, you'll see everyone making huge gains, and that will make you go out of your box to try something new. There is nothing bad about testing a new idea, maybe back testing an idea, or maybe seeing like how that performed. However, putting money on it straight away is just not a good idea. You need to know the stats, or you at least need to have some kind of sim trading time. Even if you didn't want to do back testing, like at least sim trade it. But I'm very happy I didn't do any of that. I did discover new ideas and maybe things I'll add to my system, but I didn't force them into the current system just because I saw other people making money. I managed risk consistently. I didn't oversize, and I didn't oversize just because I was winning a lot. This used to be a little bad habit of mine, was that if I was winning a lot, I'd try and oversize, try and make more money, and then I'm gonna have an oversized loss that's gonna wipe out a lot of those wins, and then maybe a revenge trade, something like that. So yeah, I'm happy I managed my risk. I really didn't push it too hard. Maybe some people would say that's not good. Maybe I should have pushed it harder, but for me, at least for my mindset, I'm pretty happy with that. Took time away from the screens as I had no plays meeting the criteria and sticking to it. It's easier to say, harder to do. Really, there are a lot of things in trading that are so easy to say, so simplistic, just very hard to execute and very hard to execute every single day. Because if you mess up one day, you can wipe out a lot of gains. So I've been happy that I haven't been forcing extra stuff. Now, what I plan to improve. I intend to continue trading small caps, but I also intend to broaden my basket to futures and small caps. This will contain three small cap setups and one futures setup. The futures setup should ideally be 90% automated, with small caps still being manually executed but data driven. The reason I think this will be appropriate for me is I do believe in the idea of you should have multiple systems that are uncorrelated. My small cap setups, two of them are correlated. They're just different kind of criteria for a similar setup. One of them is not correlated, and one of them, obviously now being futures, is completely uncorrelated. It just does not link to small caps in any way at all. So free, if I can have four systems in total, all making different trades for different reasons, this can give me a really good average return, with some being red, some being green. So this could definitely be a nice basket of like kind of like a portfolio of systems. Pretty much that's kind of my idea. That I don't believe in the idea that I need to find one system that needs to give me a trade every single day, but I do believe in the idea that you can make a portfolio of systems that can give you like a good amount of system trades. Now, small caps market is the market I'm most familiar with because I have invested the most time in it. Even with the perks, it would be unwise for me to entirely transition to futures, since I would disregard the 2 years of small cap knowledge I have. And I definitely think this is a really key point, is that I need to keep on focusing on small caps. Yes, there's not many changes I need to do currently, but that doesn't mean I need to stop like exploring ideas or things I could improve. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the point. I don't want to completely forget about small caps because that is the cool thing I do. My goal will be to gradually increase size, ideally by 5% of my current R per week, for as long as the system outperforms the current 2022 medium. There has definitely been an increase in the win rate on small caps recently, and this will be the strategy to capitalize on it. Obviously, we're going into 2023 in the month, which is just crazy. But as long as it starts to outperform the medium of 2022, then I will know that we're in a favorable position for my systems currently. And once it starts to dip, then I'll start sizing back down more rapidly. So probably at twice the rate rather than 5% just every week for the increase. My big thing is I don't want to oversize, and oversizing is a core issue of mine. Well, it used to be anyway. So yeah, going around this carefully. And yeah, that's the main ways I try to improve this month. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, please like and share it with anyone else who might be interested.